Right. Oh man, trying to go live on the Instagram. Oh no. Let's see here. Good that
Hey, can you see me?
I can see you.
This always inverts the video and it's weird.
No, for whatever reason, it's I don't think we're live on Facebook or Instagram. We're supposed to be.
Let me check. Let me check.
Which is a little frustrating.
Who are we? I'm trying to like
Mobile Bev.
No, I don't see us.
Okay, let's see if I can fix this. Get the stream key up and going. Let's add save changes and then go live. I don't know. There we are. Okay.
Everybody just got a little peek into my bathroom because my camera is much wider on this than it is on my normal.
I don't think anybody's peeking too hard. Okay, so we're now live on Instagram, and I've got to fix. I've got to fix it on Facebook as well. So let's see if we can do that. Okay. I think we had an issue going live to the group, but it looks like we were able to go live to the Facebook page.
I can share that.
Yeah, maybe just share that to the group and let them know that we're live on the page because technology is not technologying at the moment. If you're watching live, welcome. We're going to do this once a month, but we're trying to allow people an insight into the Mobile Bar Academy. It's super comprehensive. I think people think it's just like a course. I even have some people that are in it reference it as a course. It is so much more than that. It's an entire ecosystem. It's a business ecosystem, a set of tools that is entirely designed to help you succeed in your mobile bar business at every stage of your business. And so not all of it is going to be relevant to where you are right now, but it can absolutely help you at the stage of the business that you're in right now, whether that's starting up, whether that's growth, whether that's scaling, anything in between. So I'm going to share this right here. What you're seeing right here is the welcome page. So when you first sign up, you're going to see my little face right here welcoming you. There's an entire welcome sequence, which familiarizes you with every area of the academy. We're going to skip that for now because I'm going to poke at all the different pieces here for you. I think where most people spend the vast majority of their time is the Mobile Bar Roadmap. And the Mobile Bar Roadmap is essentially our answer to the question that people ask all the time, which is, where do I start? And now if you're already an existing mobile bar company that's like, I've done a lot of the things, I'm just trying to get support in this thing, then you don't have to start at the top. But if you're just getting started, the answer to the question, where do I start, is start at the top and work your way down. It is organized in a way that is sequential. So, for example, here we start with the industry basics. These are the things that you should know and understand about the business before you actually start taking money. And then business formation, which is this is how you form yourself so that you're legal. Mobile Bev Pros means that we're going to give you the information necessary to be the most professional that you can be in this industry. We then go on to managing money like a pro. We always start with money because that's why you're in business, right? To make money. But we found over the years that people who get into the mobile bar industry specifically actually don't have great money management skills, not through any fault of their own. They just have either never run a business before or they've run their personal finances, and business finances are a little bit different. So we like to start there. And if we expand here, you're going to see all the different things that we go through. We're going to talk about the concept of value versus worth. We're going to talk about the 3 marketing positions that you have as a mobile bar owner to choose from, the costs that mobile bars incur. This one's really good if you're kind of like, I'm actually not sure what costs are associated with my mobile bar. We talk in depth of the various different hidden costs as well as the actual costs. And then we talk about bundling versus packaging and the 4-part pricing model, which is where we actually create your packaging and your pricing. So you walk away from this module with pricing that is profitable and will enable you to stay a solvent business. And then we move on to marketing. Obviously, you'll see a lot of content here. We go through in-person networking, cold outreach, mission, vision, value, identifying your ideal client, your website and SEO, in-person events, social media strategy. We have a rinse and repeat strategy that we teach within this lesson here. Marketing matrix, the whole 9 yards. We have sales, we have operations, staffing, leadership and mindset. All of that is within the mobile bar roadmap. If I was to pick something, let's see. Let's pick mastering your email. You'll see that we have an audio version of this as well as a written lesson. Now, this particular lesson goes through the 6 stages of awareness, and then it gives entire email templates so that you can have a starting off place of like what you should be saying and when you should be saying it. Most lessons have a multimedia, if not all, have a multimedia approach. And someone just mentioned to me the other day that they really appreciate this because they are someone who is an audio learner. We try very hard to capture video, audio, and written in most of our lessons. And so you'll see, let's see if this one, just so happens the ones that I'm picking don't have the video. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this one has a video where I tie. Yeah, there we go. So there's video and audio of this one. This one also has slides so that it can help register some of that mathy stuff. And then we go on from there. Once you're done with something, you would mark it complete. At the bottom, you'll oftentimes find resources, either to complete or additional resources. So I just added some resources to our website and SEO lesson. We're constantly updating as we learn more and as we have new things. So from here, if you have questions as we go, feel free to leave them in the comment section. On Instagram, it looks like we have that option, and also within YouTube and Facebook, and we should be able to see those. So if you have questions as we go along, just drop them there.
Sarah, I don't see us live on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It says that we're live.
But I do have us live on Facebook, and we don't have any comments.
Okay. I'm
going to check both the pages.
Oh, shoot. I'm live on the wrong account.
Are you live on your personal account?
I'm live on my personal account. All right. Bear with me. And how the heck did that happen? I don't even have that logged in. Yeah, without we might just have to share this video with Instagram later, because unfortunately it says that it's connected to Mobile Bev Bros, and it's not.
Well, now we know. Well, we don't have any comments so far on the Facebooks.
Okay. All right.
Are you going to show them resources? Because I feel like my favorite part of the Academy are all the templates. and the spreadsheets that like make their lives so much easier.
Yep, absolutely. So the roadmap is where the bulk of the content is. And at the bottom of the lessons, you'll oftentimes see additional resources, but the resources are also in their own section. So that if you're like, I don't remember what lesson this was in, but I know that it was in here, we also have this pulled out into the resource section. So for example, I just added yesterday a sample bartender job description to the resource section. That is also in the staffing section as a resource within the lesson. We have an annual planning guide. Calculators. Someone was like, "You have a lot of calculators." That's true. We do. Whether you're calculating, how much you need, how many kegs you need, or um, your shopping lists and your packing lists, your pricing and packaging, or even what you should be charging for a public event. All of those calculators are in here. They are also in categories. So if you want to look at the legal documents that we have, those are here. If you want email templates, we have a sample 12 email post inquiry sequence, a thank you email template, a number of others. And we add more all the time. Financial resources, we've got the workbooks for Mobile Bar costs, cash flow and budgeting worksheet. That's all of this is Mobile Bar specific. So none of this is just generic stuff. It's all been catered specifically to this industry so that you guys can shortcut your manner to success. You'll see that inside the workbooks, if they're complex and might need additional explanations, there are walkthroughs of how to use the spreadsheet. So in this case, it's a walkthrough of how to use the Ultimate Bar Planning worksheet. And then for all of our worksheets, you make your own copy. So they're fresh, they're all yours. And if at any point you need to come in and get a new copy, as long as you're a member, you can come in and grab a fresh copy. Oh, good. YouTube says they can hear us loud and clear. I love that. At least one of the platforms is showing up today. So additionally, if you ever are going through a lesson and you have a question, you can always reach out for help. You can ask a question here. If this is a Mobile Bar related question, it comes directly to me and I can support you. Alternatively, we also have weekly live Q&As, and that is in the calendar of events. And so we have office hours directly in here. What you'll see that has the Zoom link in each of the invites, and then it also has the ability to submit a question if you can't attend live. Life happens. We realize that everyone here runs a business, and so we try and be as flexible as possible. And if you submit a question, we will ensure to get to it in the live. If for whatever reason I don't get to it, I will respond directly to you with my response. Now, what happens to those events? They come into event replays. And so you'll see, for example, we had office hours on the 17th. There's a replay, a video replay. And then there's also a list of like what we discover or what we talked about. So if there's ever like, oh, I really want to talk about, learn about financial management, Sarah talks about it in this session. That's awesome. Or you can be like, actually, I don't really have any questions about anything she discussed here, so you can skip it. So we, try and making sure that you guys have and use your time the best possible.
And Sarah, what are Q&A? What are the office hours for?
Yeah, so the Q&As are really for like if you have questions as you're going through the lessons and you want more context, or something was confusing. That's the primary use for those, but we can also just talk about anything. So if you have a question that's like, it's not in the roadmap and I wasn't able to find it in any event replays, because the other thing that we have in event replays, and I'll just pop back out here, is we have webinars with experts. I'm not the expert on everything. And so we have done a lot of work over the years, bringing in people that are the experts on things. So for example, mixology, this is a business academy. We don't talk a whole lot about the craft of making cocktails, but Chris Tunstall's an absolute expert at this. And so he did a live webinar on the basics of mixology. It's a great place to start if you're like, I'm in the business, but I've never tended bar, or I'm not a mixologist. That's a great one. We have Wine 101 with Brianna Cooper, who's a mobile bar owner who also is a sommelier. She did an amazing webinar with us. We have a webinar here with Joel Black. He has $1 million mobile bar and he shares all the things. He's such a plethora. He has a plethora of information. He's very generous with it. So if you're like, don't have an answer, I don't have time to watch this webinar, hop into a Q&A and we'll talk about it. So yeah, Q&As are really a great time to get connected with other people, learn from their questions, but also ask questions that you might have. So it's a little bit of a shortcut to getting answers. Great question. One of my favorite parts about the Academy is probably the most overlooked. And so I'm going to share it here. So this is a recipe section. All of these recipes have been event tested and provided by mobile bar owners. And if you were to pick one, the La Luna, you'll see in the recipe card who submitted it and a little link if you want to check out their mobile bar. They'll have the recipe, but then they'll also have like sometimes notes about the recipe, which is my favorite part, is little insight. The other thing you can do is you can change the servings. Now, the default here is only up to 20, but you'll see how it increases the quantities here. If you want more than 20 servings, which you probably do, if you press print recipe, and I don't, I think I can, yeah, I'm going to share this tab here, you can make it as much as you want. So you want 100 servings? Cool. Now you know how many ounces you need for this particular recipe. You can also include the image. You can print this out. You can put it in with your event stuff and hand it to your bartenders, that sort of thing. So that's one of my favorites. Little things about we try and think about all the things, but yeah, so that's in the recipe section. And then we have an answer section. This is really great for questions that have been asked over the years that like it doesn't really fit in any part of the roadmap, but it might be a question that people have. So for example, I was asked for a W-9. What is that? And what do I do? And then I respond. And so this is a great little kind of catch-all for questions that maybe weren't covered in the overall roadmap. We also have community wins. This is my favorite. It's really hard, I think, for people to celebrate our wins as entrepreneurs because you'll share something and they're like, "Ooh, good job," I guess, right? But we get it, and so here's a great place for people to share their wins. It's always good to be inspired by what other people are accomplishing as well. And then lastly, obviously we have this need help button down here, and that is for anything that's not business related, like maybe an account issue or you have a question about something that's not necessarily Academy related. So that's the Mobile Bar Academy and its vastness. It is always growing, always becoming more valuable, and always, striving to be bigger and better and more supportive all the time.
And how about the share feature? I mean, the search feature, the share feature.
Oh,
Share it.
yeah. I was like, what share feature? Yeah. So the search feature is really designed to help me. Oh, I almost forgot the AI tool that's in here too. Jeez, Louise, thank you. The search feature is really designed to search by keyword. And so the tricky thing about it is that you have to be almost exact as to like what you're certain. All right. Keg, how about that one? And then it'll tell you everything from lessons, the resources, and then you can go directly to whatever you're looking for. This is actually, I use this all the time to find resources when I'm on calls with people and they're like, do you have something for this? And I'm like, yeah, let me grab it. I use the search feature because I almost never remember exactly where things are. But the other thing that's really cool is if you go to the roadmap and you have a question. So let's say, what insurance do I need? Then the AI is going to search through all of the content and all the videos that I have ever done. And it's going to search through the transcripts of those videos, those podcasts, etc. Then it's going to give you a written answer of the exactly, and it's, general liability, liquor liability, commercial car insurance, working comp. See, like, it's really good. But then if you're like, actually want to hear where she says that, you hit references, and it's going to show you not only the videos that I discuss those things, but it's going to start you at the time in which I discuss those things. So it's a little bit of a hack as to, like, there's a lot of content here, Sarah, like, how do I get through it all? This little AI feature, which is down here in the bottom right-hand side, is that. Again, we're always trying to make this easier to get through and to navigate and quick to get the information that you need. Well, I don't see any questions yet. So
If
I
you're
would
watching
say,
the replay,
yeah, if you're watching the replay, if you have questions, my favorite place to take questions is Instagram DMs. I can do audio responses, written responses. It's a little bit more intimate. You can also always email us at hello@mobilebevpros.com. Both Dawn and I are in there. And the final question is, like, what's the investment?
yeah,
Great question. So we have a month-to-month tuition of $159 a month. And we are also introducing an annual tuition of $1297. Now, you've seen how vast it is. A month in the academy is not going to get you there. It might answer one question, but we have people who sign up and then cancel and then sign back up all the time. And so we have introduced the annual tuition of $1297. That's a savings of $50 a month. And again, that gives you not only access to the entire roadmap, but also direct access to me. So you have an industry expert in your pocket that can answer your questions, that can provide you with resources and templates and swipe files. It really is the best resource. I'm gonna be big here in the world. If you are looking to succeed in the mobile bar industry, but without having to spend a vast amount of time doing research, watching YouTube videos, crowdsourcing information from people that may or may not know what they're talking about, the Academy produces results. It's had over 1,000 mobile bars through it. It's produced more 6-figure and 7-figure mobile bars than any other program in the world, and it's absolutely worth every penny. That doesn't mean that it isn't still an investment. And so if you're looking to invest in your business so that you can make more money faster, then the Academy is the best way to do that. If you're looking for a self-paced program, if you're looking for more coaching, one-to-one, where I'm in your pocket all the time, then we point to the accelerator. But that's not what we're here presenting today. So yeah, there we are. I don't think we have still any questions. Maybe I'm just that thorough.
I have a question. Why can't I just stay in for a month? Like,
Yeah.
why is this supposed to be a 12-month program?
Yeah. That's a great question. And I think the answer there really is that what we do as mobile bar owners is problem solve all day, every day. And like, we've had people in the program for 3 or 4 years, and they credit their success to the Academy. We had someone I was just speaking with earlier today who was a founding member and had been a member so that was 2019, and had been a member up until 2022, when they paused their business, and they're starting their business back up. And the number one thing that they're doing is they're getting back into the Academy, because it's just that valuable of a resource to people. And so, yeah, you could join for a month and then get out. You could download and dash, as we like to say, where you're just in it for the resources and the templates. But then you don't have access to, if you have questions, you don't have access to the community. You don't have access to the new the new stuff that gets in there, and you don't have access to the experts, and there's just so many things that you're gonna have a question tomorrow, right? And so that's why the Academy is really developed to be like an ecosystem to support people at any point, so they feel like they have someone at all times that can answer the questions as they come up, whether it's a keg issue or whatever it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have so many resources and templates that you're more than likely going to have questions about how to utilize the resources and templates. And so you really do yourself a disservice to get in there for just a month. The program is really a long game because it's designed to be not only education to get you to a place, but then also a platform to support you once you're there, right?
That's right.
So it's a little more than just like a university where you go and you just learn how to run your mobile bar. You're also getting continuous support. And as entrepreneurs, we know how valuable that can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, the reason why I don't like it when I'm going to make us a little bit bigger, the reason I don't really like it when people refer to it as a course is because a course is meant to be like a single topic that you learn about and then you go and you do. And the academy has lots and lots of topics. And so when it comes to solving that problem, you learn something, you solve that problem by implementation, then you have a new problem and a new question. And then you learn about that and you solve it through implementation. And like, it's not like a one problem solved and done. It is, I learn, I implement, I learn, I implement, and you kind of work through the thing. The Bobar has a question. Go ahead and drop it. I'm not sure. I don't think I can bring you on to answer the question, but feel free to type it out, and I'd love to respond to that. Yeah. So while we wait for, oh, here it is. All right. I have a Piaggio. Let's see. I think I can show the question. Look at this. Technology, tech in. I'm making this a little smaller so I can see. I have a Piaggio Ape bar that has been converted into a 5-tap beverage dispensing system, all custom kegs. Would the content in the academy apply to my specific rig or setup? The content in the academy is business based. So we do have some kegging information in there. Kegs are pretty simple, honestly. You have liquid, you have gas, and the gas pushes the liquid through the components. So there really isn't a complex keg system out there. The science of kegging is a little bit more complex, but for the most part, when we're working with events, we're not working with a whole lot of the science that you would if you were rigging like a kegerator or something that's in a restaurant that's like 500 feet or something from the actual taps. So putting that aside, what you have equipment wise does not matter for the Mobile Bar Academy. We're going to teach you how to operate your business. We're going to teach you how to price and package and be comfortable with money. We're going to teach you how to market. We're going to teach you how to sell. We're going to teach you like leadership development skills, how to staff, how to delegate. So we're going to teach you the business of the mobile bar. We're not really going to talk too much about your equipment. But we do have some information in there about kegging and batching, keg systems, that sort of thing. But don't expect it to be specific about any one type of mobile bar. And if you don't have a rig at all, like awesome. We are not proponents of requiring a rig to be successful. We love rigs. I had many of them. But it's not required to be a part of the mobile bar. Boel just wanted to say hi and thank you. I love that. Thank you for joining Boel. Boel's a member of our accelerator. And so she is invested at the highest level with Mobile Bev Pros, and she is consistent in how she shows up, which I love. She sees that impact her success as well. Great questions. If anyone else has any questions, we've had success receiving them from both YouTube and Facebook. Our Instagram live failed miserably. I'm going to have to look into that. That was on my personal page.
First time, we learned a thing.
I know. Well, this is new to StreamYard too, the ability to stream on Facebook or on Instagram. So we tried it and it didn't work, but we'll post the video, I think, there afterwards. That way people can get their little taste of the walkthrough. If you have any other questions or you want to see anything within the Mobile Bar Academy, let me know. There's lots to see there, obviously. So don't mind showing you something a second time. If you have any questions just in general about mobile bars, we can kind of do a little preview as to what Q&A looks like. I'm happy to do that as well. So if you have any business related questions or some operational related, like I could talk about batching and kegging, if that is something that you want to talk about. And maybe we just chat a little bit about the let's see. Bobar says, I sometimes find myself running in circles chasing my tail with daily things with my mobile bar. Do you provide structure, insight, or just help with that in the academy? I think that's an operational issue. Honestly, if you are running in circles and chasing your tail, then you probably don't have systemization, automation, and processes that are really supporting you. And we do actually support you in that. We have lots and lots of templates and workbooks and guides that can really help save you time and direct your focus and attention. So for example, if you have multiple events in one day, you fill out that ultimate bar planning worksheet for both. Now you have a master shopping list. So you've got everything that you need, the quantities that you need for both events, and you just take that to the shop and you just go and pick that off, right? When it comes to leads, like we talk about how to funnel leads through the sales process so that it's systematized and you know always kind of where they are. Oh, awesome. I don't know if most of our clients are women just because that tends to be the mobile bar space, but they mentioned operations was their weak point in the quiz and you need systems badly. Yeah. So operations is my love language. Ask Dawn, if I can't systematize, automate, or create a replicable process for something, then I'm probably not going to do it. And so, yeah, you'll see that prominently represented in the Mobile Bar Academy.
How exciting that they took the quiz. And that did you guys listen to your podcast episode on that Bobar?
Yeah, I would love to know if anybody has taken the 6-figure blind spot quiz or assessment. I haven't really decided what to call it yet. And also if it resonated. And if you've listened to the podcast to that, where we delve a little bit deeper into it, all of that will funnel into a masterclass wherein we'll share the 6-figure blueprint. Now, it's worth mentioning that the 6-figure blueprint is what the Mobile Bar Academy was built upon. So there is a lot of overlap in that, the remedy for each of the weak pillars can be found in the academy. The thing that is unique to the 6-figure blueprint execution for us is that leadership and mindset, we believe, requires a group container or a one-on-one coaching container in order to really master that pillar. And we believe that mindset and leadership is the core of business success. And so you can find the information in the academy, but if you want actual support and one-on-one diagnostics, I think, and a strategy that's been customized to you and your business, that would be found in the accelerator. But we are going to give the outline of the blueprint in the masterclass. So if you take the assessment, you will get the opportunity to register for that masterclass. And if you do, the Bobar mentioned she's going to listen this weekend. Listen to the episode for your weakest pillar, but then listen to all the others, because you'll find, and actually Dawn says this in the podcast, like they all hold hands. And so you might have an operational challenge, and part of that challenge might live within marketing, or it might live within mindset and leadership. And so they all kind of hold hands. It is valuable to listen to all of them. We tried to keep them about half an hour. I think ultimately most of them were about half an hour, some a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I think so too. They weren't when we recorded them, but they were once we edited them, because you and we have words.
Yeah, the goal was 15 minutes each. That definitely didn't happen. I think the shortest one was like 18, even after editing. But
yeah,
we're just overshares in a lot of ways. It's fun. All the words. So yeah, if anyone else has any questions before we hop off, and it doesn't have to be about the academy, feel free. I would love to just kind of fill some space here with some information of the people who have taken the assessment. Um, we have the top two are marketing and money. And this is not surprising to us because one, we see so many, right? And two, last year and I guess into the year before, we hosted live workshops that specifically talked just about marketing and money. And so even back then, we kind of had a sense that those were the two biggest hurdles for mobile bar success. But now we have some data that actually indicates that that's the case. And I feel like there's like there's no shame in that game, right? If you struggle with business finances and figuring out how to price correctly and how to hold on to money, like we were never taught how to do those things. And then for marketing, it's so challenging to run a business and also be expected to be all the places. And so what we teach is how to be all the places with the very least amount of effort. Be in the right places, and you don't have to be all the places. And so yeah, those are the two so far of the people who've taken the quiz and the assessment. And actually, if you are interested in taking the quiz, if you haven't already, I'll drop the link and you can do that.
We did have somebody who was who's been in our programs for a while, right? And she's like, I got money and I was surprised. I felt like I was going to get operations. And you were able to show her that money does not mean you're not getting paid for events. Money means how much of that is profit. Right. And so marketing is super important. And we know that because if nobody knows you exist, you can't get booked. Like that's
Yep.
core, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that
are you in a
particular
business to get booked? And then once you're getting booked, are you pricing them in a way that enables you to profit? That's where money comes in. We're
that's
not just
right.
going to teach you to make more money. That's actually the sales pillar, like where you're securing the bag is what the kids are saying these days, right? Like we are going to show you how to manage that money in a way that pays you and makes your business profitable so that in 3 to 5 years when you're ready to like take your hands off of it, maybe you need a GM, like you have money in the bank to support hiring a team, or even just so that your business looks good on paper if you ever decide to sell it.
Yep, that's right. And that particular client or group program member makes so much money in sales. So much, multiple six figures in her second year of business. Like she's crushing it. Holding on to that money is another thing, right? And that's the challenge there. It isn't necessarily even about profit. She's got lots of money in the bank, but she's not necessarily able to look at her money in a way that enables her to make good decisions based on what she has. And that's the difference of when you can make money, no problem. And in this case, she can make money and hold on to it, but it just sits there because she's not sure how best to actually utilize that to put back in her business and to help her achieve her goals. And that's hopefully what our programming helps people do, is just be more comfortable with money and understand how it works within a business. Growth is hungry. Um, and when we say growth is hungry, we mean growth is hungry for cash. And so if you want to grow your business, you have to spend money, unfortunately. And you've heard it before, it takes money to make money. That's a thing. It's a saying because it's true. And now that might be in advertising. It might be in investing in your team for scaling purposes. It might be investing in more equipment so that you can serve more people. There might be you might be investing in education so you know what to do and how to scale. That investment, hopefully, gives you a huge return on investment. But if it's just sitting in your bank account, not very helpful in helping you grow.
Boel said she got customer experience, which was confusing.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this one I feel is going to be the least popular. So far, that's bearing out with those who've taken the assessment. That is the least popular, because when you have the customer experience pillar as your primary blind spot, you actually have shored up a lot of your other pillars. Oh, because I'm just going to leave that bit at that. The customer experience pillar really talks about are you intentional with all of your touch points throughout your customer journey? And if you've ever heard the client journey or customer journey, that's where this comes into play. And the customer journey really starts the first time they know about you. And then it progresses all the way into offboarding. So if you got customer experience, you're probably doing all right on, the other pillars, but maybe you have a real poor follow-up game, or maybe you don't have a systematized process in which you guide people through the minute they know of you, all the way through until the offboarding and then into the referrals, the repeat business. And if you don't have intention at every touch point where you have awareness of what at each touch point people are supposed to know, believe, and do, then you're going to have a weaker client experience. And so that's what that one is. But if you, I mean, rest assured that if you got that one, it's probably because you've shored up a lot of your other pillars. So it's actually good news.
We have a bit of a delay on Facebook. I noticed that earlier, but as of right now, looking at it, it doesn't look like we have any more questions.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to make people stare at our faces for longer than necessary. But if you have any questions about any of this, or you want to reach out and chat about the options that you have for your business, or whether you think that the Academy is right for you, my favorite place is DMs on Instagram. Alternatively, you can always email us. And if you want to take advantage of signing up, reach out. We are offering, again, an annual tuition rate of $12.97, which is a savings of $50 a month for those that are interested in getting started today. Awesome. Thank you for everyone who joined us. And we'll be around. We'll see you again soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.